What's good, Facebook? Happy Thursday, everyone. Today's July 14th, 2022, and I'm in the office, the CityFam office, and I want to do a vlog as I continue to document the journey and let everyone know what's going on in my world. So do me a favor, if you're here watching it live or you're watching the replay, drop me a comment. Let me know that you were here. Just say hi, hey, hello, and let me know where you're at, what city that you're in, because we're being really proactive right now about collecting our members and everyone in our network's locations, and we're putting them to a spreadsheet and we're connecting them with each other so they can start doing life together like we do here in Baltimore. What's up, Margie Lee? What's up, Leor? How are you? Today I want to talk a little bit about, I made a video last week on TikTok about, someone had asked me what are the negative consequences that you suffered from being a player? And I made a short video about it, and somebody said, can you make a longer video about it? So I want to talk about a little bit about that today. But before I do, I want to go ahead and talk about, I want to let everyone know the locations where we have identified clusters of people. And it's probably about 20 different cities. We've identified, and this is, when I say a cluster of people, I'm talking like three or four or more. And this is Atlanta, Aurora, Birmingham, Brisbane, Australia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Chicago, Colorado Springs, Columbus, Ohio, Dallas, DMV, which is basically Washington, D.C., Frederick, Maryland, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Florida, Kansas City, Missouri, Las Vegas, Lexington, Kentucky, Los Angeles, Nashville, New York City, Pittsburgh, Raleigh, Roanoke, San Antonio, San Diego, South Florida, St. Louis, Tampa, Tucson, Tulsa, Virginia Beach, and Sydney, Australia. So that's a lot of people, right? And people are really excited when you connect them with other people that are in their area that are like-minded. They're pretty excited. So what we're doing is we're messaging them and say, hey, we're still collecting people's locations. And as we do, we're going to continue to add them to the group, and eventually we'll do a vision call. And we just believe it's a matter of time before we find leaders in each of these places, people that rise up that say, hey, this is awesome. I want to be part of this. I resonate with what you're saying, and I'm ready to help organize the events. We need people that are committed, right? Leo, you get that joke. But yeah, we want people to commit to creating these movements in their cities, and we want to change these cities one by one through the power of community. That's what CityFam's vision is, and we're in the process of doing that. We actually have, let me mention this first. If you're close to any of those areas, if you're watching this and you're close to those areas and you're not yet connected to one of those groups, either comment the word, comment your city below and I'll connect you to the group, or you can just private message me and I'll make sure I connect you to the group. But we actually have watch parties going on right now in Baltimore and Oklahoma City. Now, when I say we, that's not an official CityFam thing. That's more like something I'm doing and the leader of the Oklahoma City group is doing, where we get together on Sunday and we stream a live church service of Epic, and then we usually go out and do something fun together after. And it's been great. I really have enjoyed it a lot. It's Sundays can be a tough day when you're single, and it can be a hard day because Monday through Friday I have work to kind of keep me preoccupied. But sometimes on Sunday, if you don't have nothing planned, and I didn't have a home church for like the last year plus, you're like struggling because you're like, it can be a tough day where you really start feeling like sorry for yourself, if you've been single for a minute like I have. So watch parties really changed that for me, and we want to kind of make that available to every place that has a group where they can get together on Sunday and do life together. Meaning like it's not just Sunday; it's 7 days a week. But Sundays are part of it. If that's what you're into. If you're a believer, a person of faith, why wouldn't you want to get together with the people that you go to the bar with on Friday? Or not the bar, just the ball game or whatever, any social event. And then maybe you volunteer with those people too. That's what we mean. That's doing life together. And for me, worshiping together is part of that. When I say doing life together, it encompasses all those things: socializing, serving together, worshiping together. I want people to do all those things with, and we want others to have that same thing for themselves. So anyway, if you're not in any of those areas and you want to be connected, let me know. We actually have vision calls on Saturday for Chicago and LA. So if you know somebody in Chicago or LA or any of those areas that I just mentioned, and you think that this might be something that would be right for them, tell them about it. Add them to the City Fam Facebook group, and they can get plugged in, and yeah, that'd be great. Anything near St. Louis? Yes. Lydia, St. Louis was one of the locations that I mentioned. Is that where you're at? If so, I can connect you with that group. So yeah, that's basically it. Once we see, like, usually it's 4 people or more, we put them in a Facebook message together, and then when we have like 6 or more, then we ask them if they want to do a vision call. We see how excited they are. So like, as I mentioned before, we're doing these watch parties, and something I'm really excited about is this Sunday we are opening up the watch party so that anyone can join regardless of where you're at. Even if you're thousands of miles away, you can attend the watch party with us here in Baltimore through a Zoom link. Okay, what does that look like? You'll go actually into a Zoom room, and then we will turn the church service on together, and you'll be there watching with us. You'll be in the chat. You won't be, obviously be in person. You won't be able to eat with us, but you'll be able to be there, and you can comment on the message and what have you. And it's just a way for us to, extend that opportunity to people that aren't in Baltimore, because we have a lot of people, as you just heard, from all over the world that are watching us, and a lot of times they don't have home churches. Maybe they're still on lockdown, or maybe they lost their home church during the quarantine. That happened to a lot of people. So we want people to be able to join us if they want to. So if you want to join us at a watch party, drop the comment, let's go. And what I'll do is I'll send you the Zoom link, and Sunday you can turn it on with us, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's been awesome. So I wanted to talk now, again, a little bit about the negative consequences of being a player in my past. In the video that I shared on TikTok, I talked about, like the fact that I've never been in love. I'm 49 years old. I've never been in love. I've never been married. I didn't have a family. I didn't have kids. And, there are definitely times where I'm like, I want those things, right? The Bible says, 2 are better than 1. If one falls down, there's no one to pick them up. And I'm like, I'm out here grinding, 6.5 days a week, and I don't have any help at home. Not to say that that's why I want to get married, but that's one of the aspects of it for sure. I cook my own food. I do my own laundry. I clean my house. I do everything myself. I don't have a partner. And in addition to the fact that, I've never been in love, and I'm sure that being in love is a really fun, good feeling, right? If there's somebody that you would do anything for, like you would die for them, that feels good, Like I know that family members, like I feel that way about it, and it's a good feeling, and I want to feel that, and I believe in large part why I didn't feel that was because I was never looking for it. I was not looking for love. I was looking for sex. That's it. I didn't want to be in a relationship. And sometimes I inadvertently found myself in relationships, and I loved them, but I wasn't in love with them. And, part of it, I think, is I didn't have it modeled for me growing up. I didn't really see a good, healthy relationship at home until I was like 14 when my mom met my stepdad. But up until then, I just saw really shitty relationships that my mom had with guys, and I didn't want that. I just wanted sex. And maybe that's why. And I think that this is how, like, when you have all these fatherless homes, which we have now, this is how it's going to come back on us, because a child needs to see a loving relationship between a man and woman modeled for them, and if they don't, it's going to have some repercussions down the road. So, that for me has definitely been a couple of the ways, in addition to the kids, like I mentioned. Like, I could see how raising a child brings you a lot of joy. Sometimes I went to, this is just a random thought, but I went with Vicki McKendry to see her daughters play at a high school in Kent Narrows or something a couple months ago. It was on a Friday night. And I pulled up to the school, and I just had thought of, wouldn't it have been cool to go to my kids' sports games or their plays, or drop them off at school or pick them up. I'm like, I didn't have any of that. I didn't experience any of that. And not to say it'll never happen. Maybe it will. I don't know what God has for me. It hasn't happened yet, and I ain't no spring chicken. But that's definitely some of the ways it comes back on you, is you miss out on some of those things. Like, I think there's nothing more beautiful probably than just falling in love young, marrying and raising a family. Like, be probably a pretty cool life. Imagine you have your kids come over and visit you, and you're 40s and 50s. You already got your kids and your grandkids coming over, and there's a lot of joy in that, right? Like, I don't have that, and I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm just stating the fact. Like, I feel like I missed out a little bit because I want to say my selfishness for sure, but I definitely believe it was the lies of the enemy, and this is kind of the pervasive message that's out there now. Is like, why get married? Why have kids? It's out there. There's a pervasive message out there now. Like, hey, do you be selfish? And I think it's maybe fun in the moment, and I don't deny I had a lot of fun at times. There were years that I was, just out doing me, having fun, but it does come back on you. It does. And yeah, that's a little bit what I want to talk about. So what else? City Fam has a service event this Saturday. If you're in Baltimore, we're going to go out and we're going to clean up a homeless encampment. There's Be More Caring is an organization that we're friends with. Actually, their founder is on our board, and he is on a mission to end homelessness in Baltimore. And one of the homeless people that he sees regularly, they passed away, and they have an encampment. So we're going to go with him, and we're going to kind of break it down. We're going to get rid of it, and we're going to put up a memorial. So that's what we're doing Saturday. So if you're in the area and you want to serve with us, we would love to have you. Go to the City Fan Baltimore Facebook fan page and find more details about that. I wanted to mention also, I got presented with an opportunity recently, a fundraising opportunity for City Fam, and it's charitable contributions of real estate. And I just want to mention it because somebody's out there and they believe in what we're doing. They want to support us, and they have a piece of real estate, land, commercial, residential, whatever, and they would like to contribute it, or part of it even, to City Fam. We have a process by which people can do that, and they get a tax write-off, and there's tons of benefits for people to do this. And I'm just learning about it now, but it could be something that helps us put some gas in the tank to get to where we need to go, which has been our biggest challenge up until now, is resources. But so if you're out there and you see this and you're like, I really believe in what you guys are doing, I want to help you, and you have something that maybe you could donate to us or be interested in donating, drop me a private message and I will connect you with a person that can help with that. So I'm sure there's probably other things that I could talk about, but yeah, that's it for now. I'll do another vlog maybe next week. Talk to you guys later. See ya.